It's good to be near. So put these. In a kind of reliably, somewhat reliable place. That, I don't know where the frick that came from. An extra thingamabobbles. Set it right there. Perfect. Just no easy way out. Life lesson. Take your time. Peace. So many convenient things. Puentac. Hello, how are you? Good to see you. Trying to organize my space here real quick. Get us all cleaned up. So there's got to be some theory in play. This is not quite it. So what if we went one of those, one of those? Those. Those. To another. Those. To another. Might get more. Those. Two of these. Two. Hey Lions, what's going on? Ronik, how you doing? I'm sorry I didn't see y'all come in. Peace. Thanks for coming out. Good to see my folks in the place. So this epoxy and wood chip or wood shavings pendant I made yesterday um, turned out pretty decent. So now I'm making a beaded necklace for it, and then after that, I think I'm gonna get into some sharpening. I've got to sharpen quite a bit of my chisels, and knives can always use it. And I got to get used to sharpening those things anyway, so I'm going to get into some of that shortly. What are y'all up to? How's your day going? Hey, Rusty, how you doing? Didn't see you come in either. Man, that screen is moving faster than me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Got a shallow hole there. So now we are back to that one. Another one of these. I'm gonna go with a light cylinder. These are a little bit smaller because that pendant is a little bit smaller than the previous ones. And then I'll jump right back to my old pattern, like always. Uh, and what I'm doing is doing 7 of these little dark, almost disc-like beads in between the lighter, more cylindrical ones. I don't know. Yep. 5, 7. And eventually I'll get to the end. I'm close. And I'll put this together, see if it worked. Man, these things get all kinds of ash on my hands, but I also had to lay a little tile today, so that was that. There you go. There you go. Oh, man. All right. Get in there, you crumb bum. All right, good stuff. So I found the wood I'll make your lighter out of. West Runic. Yes. Yes. I'm very, very excited about that lighter. Runic is making me a lighter. It's going to be magnificent. I'm going to come on here and brag amongst you all once I have it. Runic's cake. Give us chocolate cake. Let me see if I can pull this other chat up, and then maybe I can see a little faster. That's gonna be so dope. Runic says lunchtime finally. You must be over in the West Coast. Doo-doo-doo. Rusty looks like some 300-degree fluorocarbon. Oh, I don't know. I don't even know where the thing is. The box. Somewhere. But yeah. So what I'm gonna do, nice chunk of African blackwood. Are you flirting with me? Ha! Okay. Let's go ahead and pull this out. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Runic. Get off. Get off. Get off. Ugh. All right. So yeah, and can just get rid of that one. And we'll just tie this off right here. Runic is talking about that incredible chunk of wood he got for that lighter that he's making for me. I am so very, very honored that you took that request. And I'm blown away by my pricing on it. Like, wow. So definitely check out Runic's. Awesome, awesome. So how'd that website come together? I know you were working on it the other day, and I saw it perfectly on my Mac. I know some people were saying it wasn't working a little bit perfectly just yet. Did y'all get the bugs on it? Rusty says you worked for a lady from West Africa one time. She had a Shaka Zulu chair that was unbelievably big. She was a voodoo lady and didn't ask many questions about it, but was pretty cool looking. A voodoo lady, huh? Shaka Zulu chair, huh? That's pretty awesome. Let me get this chat scrolled down. It's getting there. A few bugs left, but close. That's what's up. Nope, only a few hours north of me. Man, you've been eating. What are you talking about? You've been working all day. And now you're just getting to the food? Brother. No, brother, no. I find that the older I get, man, the more particular I am about making sure I get food in me. When you're young, you go all day. Not anymore, fam. So I got that through the loop, and all I'm doing is tying the same granny knot you know you tie anyway. Easiest thing in the world. And I'll do it again. I'll just pull it tight each time. And generally it's suggested to do that 2 times and then do this same knot, go through once, hold it, go through a second time, then pull that tight. Do that again, and I'm noticing I'm eating up a lot of the distance I've measured out. So hopefully, again, we go through twice that time. Hopefully I got enough left that this thing don't look like a choker. But it is likely, I don't know, it's a more petite necklace. Definitely more than this, you know. I'm gonna pull all of that tight as I can get it, cinch it down. If you're fishing, you put some spit on it. But we ain't fishing. This ain't a fishing crowd, so what I'll do is just clip my tag ends fairly tight even. And then I'm going to tuck it inside of that little cylindrical bead. Pulling it tight. Never to be heard from again. And right here in my group of 4 is where I think my necklace should hang. Right there, more or less. So I want to put in one of these quickie finger modules. And I'll just separate this a little bit with my fingernails and open it up, tuck it in that hole. Now, it might be easier to do these two at the same time. So I'm going to go in the same place while I got the opening so I don't have to put all that pressure on the line. Slide it through, and in a second I should be through both. Bam. Now for our flexification. Rusty, I grew up in NOLA and that stuff was common. Yep. Definitely is. Hey Michelle, how you doing? Fingermadoodles are common in West Palm Springs. This is true, Cactus. Get up and catwalk for us. I was waiting for somebody to suggest a catwalk for you. Damn. But if I was being cool, oh, this? Just my package. Just a little something. Wes carved it. I signed for it. The world keeps on spinning. Soldier Farms, what's going on? How you doing? How you doing? Y'all say what's up to my brother Cactus in this building. Play, save, vacate, all women and children. All right, now we just gonna rock this throughout the duration of our program today, but now, my friends, we're gonna get into some sharpening. We're gonna start with that bad boy and this guy here. DLC, what's going on? Just jumped in. You dancing, brother? Heck yeah, I be dancing, man. I enjoy what I do. I just, you know what I mean? I have a good time. Man, if I wasn't happy doing this, it'd be miserable. I don't make no money on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But I do have a great time. We're gonna sharpen all of these today. Let's see, that's gonna be 6 of these. We're gonna have to clean a few of them. We got some gunk, some light gunk, not heavy gunk, but gunk nonetheless. And I will not leave you gunked. Everybody hit the like and subscribe. What up, what up, what up? Appreciate that, Cat. I've been watching you a while, never caught you on a live, always in the shop or at school. Oh, right on, right on. Where you at? Rusty Shackelford, these are the Harbor Freight joints. This is crazy. I've had these almost a year now, right? Maybe close to 7, 8 months, but almost, right? Fantastic. Dude, I can't, frick around and be a walk-in advertisement, but I just haven't had a need for anything more than these so far. And these are so good. So good. You gotta keep them sharp. But every chisel you're ever gonna encounter, you're gonna have to keep sharp. So we're gonna go ahead, get down on it. Come on in. First things first. I think we're gonna freaks all the honeys. Oh, yeah, yeah. First we make the bed. Put the cloth down for the moisture on the display. You'll see it's the same set, and I never had any problems with them besides just sharpening them from time to time. Rusty says, I guess I shop there too much. No, it sounds like you shop there just enough, man. Because you know what's good. Some good tools. Um, this stone set is from Amazon. My wet stones. I like them. I like them a lot. And I'm gonna get my honing guide because that's how I do with my chisels. But there are more talented woodworkers than me that can freehand that thing. They are amazing. Oh no. I bet you it's in here. Boom. Oh no. Look at who just walked in the back door. 7 days the same clothes. Ask those originals cause they know. Oh no. Cat said don't forget that towel in the back too. What you talking about? What you talking about, dog? Alright, I'm gonna get the grossest one first, and that's gonna be this one. It's got some, had to scrape some stuff off the top. So we're gonna hit it with some degreaser. No big thing. Microfiber. You should really just be using shop cloths for this, but you know. I bought a big box of these, and by gum, I'm gonna use them. Bad thing about having these in a wood shop is once they get sawdust on them, it won't come out. Like, you can't do it for things like washing the car anymore. They're just no good for that after that. It's going to scratch it. So consider that before you make this mistake and buy a huge box like me. Just get you some blue shop towels. Will do just fine. All right. I feel like I got that cleaned off. I got a few more that are like that, so I'm gonna get them too. Just so I don't gum up my my stones with any foreign chemical. Because once you gum them up, it is really hard to get them to come back. That's word to Calvin over there at Dad's workshop. He had gummed up one of his once on some bad advice, like all of us get from time to time. And he took him a while to get it back right. He got it back right though, but he can freestyle that thing, man, and get a good blade out of it. Oh, Runik's up out. All right, take it easy, Runik. Holler at me, man. Let me know what I need to do. I love commission pieces coming my way. That's gonna be so dope. All right, that's cleaned off 2. That's cleaned off 3. This, I think, is just some slight rust. I could probably use some WD-40 on that, but I ain't gonna do it in this moment. This one definitely got some kind of. The more we clean our tools, the more we get to know those tools. You know what I mean? Like the more you handle something, the more you just inherently know about it. So it's important to clean them and keep them clean relatively. And so you know as much as you can about them. You gotta love your stuff, man. Gotta love your stuff. Not obsess about, but treat well. You know what I mean? Do. Do I got enough towels? I do not have enough towels. I almost got enough towels. Let's see. Never too much, never too much. Towels blood. I don't know about that, Luther Vandross. All right. So if you don't know about these Amazon sharpening stones, you're going to learn today. 400 grit on the top, 1,000 grit on the bottom. Flip them and flop them. And that's one of 3 stones you get. You get another set with 3,000 and 8,000, and you get a flattening stone. In fact, we're going to do some flattening right now. So we just, let me move that, because I'm going to knock that over. It's going to spill all over everything. I'm going to act like the universe did something to me. And it's going to be my own damn fault. So I'm going to move that for now. And this is how you flatten these, essentially. And it's going to, you'll notice it cleans up that whole top, getting that whole surface back, because generally when you're sharpening, you're dealing with the middle, you're dealing with the edges, so you want to get that whole surface back to where it's supposed to. Get that in some water. I'm going to put the other side in some water. These are wet stones. They have to stay wet. They have to stay wet during the process. Now, here, we're going to start with the fatter of our chisels. No offense, ladies. I love you. Talking to the chisels. I'm going to tighten that up. This is called a honing guide. You can get that in a lot of places, Amazon being one of them, Temu being another. So what I'm going to do is match that angle to my stone. And I have to hold that up to the light to really see that. And when I did, I realized I got some space up front, which means I need to go back. Tighten up my screw on the side here. Make sure I'm sitting right there on those bars. You can also do it between these two or between these two. The bars I trust. I know they're parallel. This is a relatively cheap tool. Those are the flattest things on it, and those are what I'm going by. So I tighten that up. I check it again, that angle to the stone. I'm going to do it at the light. I see a little bit of light coming out of that front. So I'm going to pull it back just a hair, maybe 1/8 of an inch. Tighten it up again. It's important that you get this part right. If you don't, you'll end up basically just messing up your bevel. You'll work too hard, and then you'll get a bad cut out of all of that effort. I'm on the 400 side. It's nice and clean and flat. I'm gonna tighten that. What do I have nearby? I can tighten that with. Big Henry. Henry, you mind tightening that bolt for me? No problem, boss. All right, back to it. Steady, even, robotic, tight pressure. I hear something rattling underneath there. I'm going to get it off. That sounds awfully dry for a wet stone, so just going to sprinkle some rain on it. Salty water, time. You got to go to bed. Got to be up at midnight. Take care, everyone. Peace. All right, VCL. Angus, what's good? I have that jig done right. It makes my semi-okay chisels wicked sharp. Exactly. Because these are semi-okay chisels. And they survive strictly off the wicked sharpness of them. I'm going to hit this back side, get the burr off it. You'll notice all that little material. Let's get that off of there. And let's re-wet this thing. Now it's been soaking. It's important that these stones soak for at least 20 minutes before you start working them, because it has to work in those pores. It'll just soak. So it's gotta have it. See how that water's on top of the stone? We need that not only for the lubrication, but to wash away the particles that we're cutting off when we're doing this process. Smells nice and smooth. Look at all that debris we get. Get our burr off the backside. Feel like that's good for now. Let's go ahead and move to the other side of that 400 to the 1000 grit. And we're going to flatten it as well. Lions, peace, brother. Oh, that was just hollering at your boy. Got you. Man, if you do not have a subscription over there to Lions Fix It Shop, you are missing out. I hope he will put his link in the chat, hopefully. I don't know if he will. I don't know if somebody else will. But I really hope it's there, because it's a treat. Man, you like, nobody handles the trolls like Lions. And he's up such odd hours in comparison to us, so I can catch him on having coffee almost any time of day, it seems like. So I get a couple of my favorite things happening at the same time. Some really good woodworking, some nice spoon making, or some axe grinding like this dude. Let's figure it out. Lovely looking life over there you're living, brother. I'm gonna move on to this 1000 grit. I'm gonna give it a couple more good passes. Staying fairly robotic, keeping the tip down. We're not adding any pressure, we're just keeping it down. You can overdo this by giving yourself a bunch of burr, but then all you got to do is that to relieve that problem. So, but you don't want a lot of that burr collecting inside of that stone, or on the top of that stone, because it'll work into the tip of that blade. The tip of that blade is going to get very narrow. That's why it's sharp. And thus, it's going to be the most fragile part. Thus, you don't want to mess it up too much. Got the burr off the back. It's cleaning up nice and neat. We'll move that back to the water. Each time those go off camera, those are in the water. Start 3,000. That was 1,000 we just came off of. This feels pretty good. I'm not going to bother with a flattening on this. And you'll notice the sound. It starts to change after a while. You get a somewhat now, you're not listening for the wheel. That's the wheel. But the sound over that slight shh. That's the sound of the blade making contact, and that's important, that sound be consistent. That way you know you're on a nice flat surface, you know you're getting a nice flat blade across the tip. Oh, Rusty, definitely for sure check out Lions. One of my favorite channels for sure. Scratch patterns. Well, on this one, I don't think I have any particular scratch pattern other than just going forward and back and making sure that I've got my a little bit of burr off the back. This feels like old man Jenkins sharpening shit. I like it. Hey, now you know. Now I know I'm successful. Like this is what I was attempting to be. Like you remember in high school, I always said, if I could ever get on the internet and just represent old man Jenkins scratching patterns and sharpening shit. Hey, Michelle. I can't remember, Michelle. Are you across the water too? You across the pond? I know Lions is over there in the part of the world where they say cheers and shoot bow and arrows at sheriffs. But I wasn't sure if Michelle, you're in North Carolina. What? You know, Cactus is from North Carolina. You know, I'm from North Carolina. Yeah, you can see the pattern all the way to the edges away. That's exactly right. I got you, Lions. See, this guy knows his stuff. Now, I'm going to dump this back in the water. And then we're going to give this lad a quick stropping. Did you hear me say lad? I'm influenceable. So easily. Nobody say lad in North Carolina. All right. Is building and creating a passion of mine? Absolutely. Absolutely. All of this is just grown up Legos for me. all of it, from the home building forward. Now, I just want you to see this beautiful blade edge real quick. I know you was in the middle of a question, but could you just, okay, okay. Enough of that. I know what that's doing to you because it's doing it to me too. Michelle says, my sister lives in ATL. My sister's brother lives in ATL. That would be me. Let's just check real quick. I just want to see for a second. Just for a second. That's all. I just want, this is hardwood. And I just wanted to see if I could get a beautiful little curl out of it. We even got to the strap. Tripping. Let me put this away before I accidentally drop it and my house fall down. All right, I'm gonna sit that right there. And we're gonna move on to our next contestant. We are gonna put these on the strap, but we're gonna do that after. We'll strap them all. You know what I meant. Strap them all down and let the GIMP sort them out. Go ahead and tighten this up. Oh wait, I'm skipping sizes. My bad. Skipping sizes. Put this on. Definitely too far back. Get about here. See if I've overcompensated or not. Oh, feels good. Let's see what it looks like at the light. Fantasmico. What I am doing right here is doing the bevel, the finest bevel. I'm not going all the way back here. I'm doing that front part. And again, we're going to start with the 400. I'm going to give it a little bit more water to start. And then we own it, doggone it. Because we do this like Buddhists. Oh man, ain't no thing. I'm sure I learned something, so I appreciate that. Right on. Michelle said I lived in Marietta. I lived in Roswell for a few years. Scar says, do I really live in the woods? I do. You can ask Michelle about this. I live in Douglasville. And in my particular neighborhood, when it was built in the 80s, it was built with the intention of preserving the trees and not disturbing the nature. And so they just cut our neighborhood into the woods. I'll show you real quick. Yeah, Cactus used to live in the deck. Me, but close to Sherwood Forest. Lyons definitely is in some beautiful land out there. He's taking us on some walks. I'll show you real quick what my hair looks like. Okay. So part of me hood like that. That's sort of right. But my like with cars and stuff. But my driveway goes up to that street, and then my land goes back that way, across this way. Down there's a creek. That's ours too. And then back that way, as far as we can see, that's mine too. So, yeah, I kind of live in the woods. Kind of live in the woods. In the country. But you know. How much did all that land cost? Show them where I keep the villagers who misbehave. I don't keep villagers who misbehave anymore. Nobody ever sees the villagers who misbehave anymore. Marietta Diner has the best food and cakes. Oh my God, the desserts there are crazy good. Absolutely. You know what you're talking about. In Marietta, there used to be a sub shop called Fat Tony's. They also had limousine service out there. Fat Tony's, it was run by a guy named Paulie. And Paulie, we're on Thousand Grit now, by the way. Paulie also had a limo service he ran out of there, and he was married to his wife, who was his age, but about 250, 300 pounds lighter than him. Beautiful Italian lady. She made all the bread in house every day, all the cheesecake in house every day. Amazing cheesecake, amazing sandwiches because the meat, Italians are known for doing the meat right and the bread right. Fantastic stuff. Joe Batista. Oh, Brazil. Well, welcome. The way you talked about the bad villages makes me think you weren't joking. Well, I'll say this, Rusty, we don't have any more bad villages around here. As long as Cactus stops squealing. Oh, we'll call you JB. Okay, JB. Good to meet you. We're on the 3000 grit right now. We are moving right along like Kermit the Frog in that song. Moving right along, dunga dung, dunga dung. I don't know if they played that for y'all as kids like they did for me. You can't get good subs in North Carolina, is what Michelle. You can't. I don't question how the problems get solved. I just enjoy them not being present. Yeah, Cactus Tree is getting good subs in NC. Cobb County is not nice. Yeah, it's not. It's not. It's not. Douglasville is not the nicest county either, but it's getting better. It's getting better. Um, Somebody asked me that land question. The land came with the house. I basically got maybe an acre, but a good, woodsy acre with a creek on it and all that stuff. Um, but it came with the house, so I'd have to price the house in with it, and there's a lot of variables there. But under a half mil, under a half mil. Whoa, what the what? Run over something there. High Point where? You said I'm from High Point. I was on Twain off of Cedro back in the day. East side. Yay, yay. In the southwest Guilford. I lived in Boston for years, so good, real subs. Oh, yeah. I don't know. My location has a lot to do with my subs. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We got that thing done. Got a nice Nice little bevel on it. Let's check and see if we can cut some stuff. Cut some stuff. I got paper on the floor from previous slices. Let's try this out. Oh, it's wet. It's doing it until the water gets on it. Hardwood will tell us a great hardwood. Have we done appropriate work? Have we done the right thing? Oh, that's a tough angle to get to. I can't say it. I gotta take this off to know. It's a bad angle. All right. Ugh, gone. Here we go. That's enough. That's enough. When we put the strop on it, that'll do it. Keep going. Gonna keep going, moving. Oh, I'm missing the chat. My fault. Dang, a little bit west. A whole mill gets 350 acres and 2 cabins and a house. My house isn't the caliber of yours, though. Just a little 2-bedroom farmhouse, but I like it. Yeah, I mean, you get the house that you need, you know what I mean? But between my wife and I, we've got 5 kids. So we needed space for all 5 of them. A couple of them are adults, a couple of them are not. But cold world out there, you know what I mean? So in case somebody needs to come home and reset, we want to be comfortable with it, you know what I mean? Want them to be comfortable with it. So, but man, but as soon as we don't need all this house, we'll be in a little farmhouse. That's the dream for sure. You already living my dream. That's a cool dad prop for you, sir. I appreciate it, man. Hey, Wes, I just stumbled on your live stream for the second time. I love your vibe. What are you working on today? Well, first we worked on this neck piece that I got hanging on my neck. Some epoxy and some shavings from some previous work and carved it completely with a rotary tool after the epoxy setup, and then we put these beads on it. And now we're sharpening our chisels so we'll be good and set for the next adventure in the shop. This way, we get to answer some questions and stuff like that. It's a good time for that. Like when I'm actually carving something, sometimes I can't keep up with the chat. Cactus saying we're trying to get him to release the bad villagers. Listen, why would you want bad villagers released? Like, answer that. You know what I'm saying? Why would you want bad villagers running rampant? Very cool necklace. Never sharpened a chisel. I just downgrade to better chisels when they chip. Oh no. Oh, to beater chisels. Oh no. Oh my gosh, you sharpen these things. These are the cheapest of the cheap. But they are good steel when you get it sharp. And really this part right here, I do this now maybe once every 3 weeks, maybe a month. But once I've done this, I'll go weeks without sharpening them this way because I can strop them after that. And the stropping is a fantastic way to keep them sharp. You're not taking off material with stropping, and they stay super sharp. Strop is much faster as well than going through this process, but every now and then you do this, keep that bevel nice and clean, nice and sharp. Tim, what's good? What's good? James Gifford says cool necklace. Oh, okay, okay. Cactus is looking sharp. Thank you, Liam. How you doing today? Remember, these stones are working and they're doing good as long as we're getting that water, right? As long as we're getting that happening. If that dries up, you got to dunk it again. Something just bit me. Man, these mosquitoes are almost gone, but they ain't gone. And like one day it'll be chilly and cold and there's none of them. And then the next it'll warm up a little bit. And one of them jokers will sneak in my shop and have lunch on me. Literally. And then like impulsively you want to like swat it with whatever you got in your hand, but in my case I would slice my arm open. I just re-roofed my shed today. Whoa! Some new plywood, flashing, seam tape, and Tyvek. Very soon I'll have a new section ready for blacksmithing. That's awesome, James Gifford. That's dope. You living the dream, bro. You are living the dream. I was in a test group years ago for that new product that Georgia Pacific has, where it's got the sheathing on the actual plywood. And then I ended up using it about a year later on a room edition. Saw it in the stores. I knew exactly what it was. I knew exactly what it could do. I was so glad to use that, to see that in the stores. It was a great product. Still is a great product. All you have to do is put it up and then put the seam tape on it. You're good. After that, you can go ahead and throw your siding up, whatever. Would I ever do the RV life? I feel like it matches your vibe. I would. Um, I would to some degree. I, I would do it for travel. I've always wanted to travel in an RV so that when I park, I'm in my own thing, doing my own thing, and I can bring more stuff with me. Right? My thing is, I do like my stuff. I gotta have stuff because I gotta have something to do. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of built that way. I've got to have something to do. So if I'm in an RV on vacation, I've got way more stuff than I could have brought on the airplane. But if I'm trying to live life, oh my God, I couldn't live without my shop. I'd have to put a trailer on the back of that RV and put a shop in it. Oh, we got a great match there. We back to the 400, by the way. Wes, do you have a Discord server set up for fans to chat? I do not. I suck in that regard. I haven't set any of that up. I have friends that do and I haven't. And so I apologize, but I will get to some of that stuff very soon. But as of now, I don't. Tell us a good story that your childhood. What about that talent show? What talent show? I don't know what memory you trying to rehash, Cactus Tree. do. I wasn't big on talent shows in general though. I would rap and I would dance, but other than that, not much of a performer, obviously. Chat wants to know. Okay, let me know. Which, give me a hint about it. Let me know what you mean. I won 2 dance contests at my senior prom, which Cactus Tree was also at and tied with me. We did not dance together, but we did win the break dance contest and the slam dance contest because we the two toughest motor scooters to come out of Southwest Guilford. Yeah, you went there. We won that joint. What am I trying to cut with these chisels? Your ex out of your life? Oh, yo, I already did that. No, 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 no. My wonderful exes are appropriately sitting in their boxes out of my life. I wish my exes lived in Texas. Yeah, Cactus, you won a dance contest. You won a dance contest with me. We were out there breakdancing, and I got some kind of thing, prom thing, and we won that dance contest. They gave us a tie. Things like 2,000 grit, it'll cut the time on your commute. That's funny. 8,000 grit. Well, once they're this sharp, and diamond grits are different, of course, than stone grits. But this seems to be a good set that has an appropriate gap between grit um, to where I do end up really sharp and have really good results. For instance, this necklace was carved almost entirely with chisels. And there's a lot of detail on it, right? Um, and all I had to do is occasionally strop them in the process. Went wonderfully. And that was an 8,000 grit right there. We'll move on to the next size down. We only got 2 more left. I just recently got a 1 horsepower 15 amp belt grinder for free. Oh, awesome. Looking forward to sharpening with it. Yes, that's going to be good. That's going to be good. Now, some of this sharpening, weirdly enough, I actually do enjoy. And because it's very meditative for me. So that's primarily why I like the whetstones. One, I can sort of feel what's happening. I don't know how to explain that, but I can feel what's happening a little bit differently with these. Now these don't fit in the honing device quite as well, so what I do is kind of use my hand as the honing tool by positioning myself to the bevel of the blade. You can feel it when you hit it. A little bit above that. And like a robot, at the same spot, pull the same angle. At the end, you lift, not swipe. And then, of course, you get your burr off the back. I'll flip this over. Hit it with the thigh. That was a 400 grit. I got to take a phone call. Nice chatting with you. Thanks, James. Thanks for coming by. Make sure you sub, and then we'll get the notifications next time. I come on live pretty randomly, to be honest with you. Whenever I've got time and a good project and a good motivation and a good spirit. Then and only then does the groundhog emerge from his sacred walls. I don't know who you are. I built 20 homes and don't know how to sharpen a chisel. You know what, Benito? I'm right there with you. I've been in the home renovation business for 30 plus years, and I started sharpening chisels. This is my first set ever. Got them 8 months ago. Otherwise, I would take a grinder and sharpen a big old fat DeWalt chisel, and I would use it for my for like deck building and cutting joints in pressure treated lumber and stuff like that. But nothing as fine as what these do. It's a different world. Very similar in some ways. Scaled down mostly in size. Wes knows all the clever stuff we've never had time to learn. Well, I have worked in a lot of trades with the intention of learning how to build a house. Amazing knife you built from the machete. Oh, yeah, I appreciate that. You know, everybody's a nerd about something, you know. Let's see how this thing is going, because these are the most unpredictable ones, the ones that I hand, where the polish angle is reliant on me. These we may not attempt to get the paper until we put these on the strop. I love these little chisels. They are so useful. It's the ones in the middle you can't remember which ones you've used last, so you just gotta strop them all. Keep that back flat. Normally I don't like a flat back, but in this case, flat back. Let's go back down to the 400. We have to go in our order. Liam let me know I was off frame. I appreciate you, man. I get caught up, you know. Now, this is going to sound real scrapey. I'm going to have to sort of revive this this bevel. So it's going to be on this 400 for a second. Till I get this angle just like I want it. Get some more water on that. Man, we live in an internet era. Like, so much stuff is accessible now. Like, if you want to know about something, even if you want to know if you can do something cheap, even the money isn't always the problem anymore with learning something, you know. 'Cause all this stuff is cheap. All this stuff here that you're looking at is cheap. There's not $50 worth of stuff on this table. And they working. Let's go to this 1,000 grit. I almost put that away like I was done with it. I was glad of my angle though. I got that angle right. Let's keep it going. Thanks for these 40 likes. I appreciate each and every one of you. Those other 100 people that did not hit the like button, your mother's dress you funny, and I don't know why you here. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I do know why you're here. I know exactly why you're here. Who sent you? Who sent you? Whatever those cops are saying, they're lying. Making it up. I ain't done nothing. I ain't done nothing. All right. That's the 1,000 grit that we just came off of. We're going to do a quick run on these. After we do this, we're going to hit that knife again. The knife itself. One quick run through on both sides of that knife because we want to get that thing sharp and keep it sharp. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing with it. I don't generally need a knife quite that big. Can't hurt. That's the 3,000 grit. Drop some 8 on it. Just bought a Cadillac. Throw some D's on it, on it. Those are all the indicators of an uneven bevel. Ugh. No bueno. Let's see what the tip of it looks like. Maybe my angle's just bad. I'm going to have to use the same standards. See if we can cut hardwood with it. And that's cross grain. That's the toughest of the tough. End grain. So that's good. Paper thin slices of the end grain on hardwood means you ain't got nothing left to prove to nobody. However, 2 things I did say. 1, we're going to strap these. That's a fact. 2, we got to put some, sharpen that too. Different technique. 400 grit because we got to account for the curvature in the blade. Eco, hey, 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 what it do? How is this? up to the 1,000 grit. Getting that edge where we want it. Only a true village chief can sharpen a blade that sharp. Cactus knows his village chiefery. I dare not challenge his knowledge in village chief sharpening. Zombie apocalypse time come around. I got you. Got you. Let the whole squad, the whole village pull up. Have a zombie cookout. Zombie fry. Hate to leave good company, but supper's hollering at me. Until next time, peace. I appreciate you stopping by, Rusty. Y'all check Rusty Shackelford out if you get a chance. This channel is kind of fun. Thank you for dropping by, Rusty. I appreciate you, and we enjoy you every time, buddy. We have jumped up to the 3,000 grit. And I gotta admit, like this takes some getting used to. This rounded blade. Look at that. It's looking like it's bleeding. But I'm getting used to it. We're going to go up to that 8 Stizax. And then after the 8,000, we'll be good. Project idea 2034, zombie apocalypse weapons. What's funny is there is a thing called war staffs. I kind of like that idea, but I like them for walking sticks, so that you're walking in your neighborhood, say like out here, there are wild animals. We're not people aren't really concerned with like somebody's pit bull getting loose. They are concerned about foxes and wolves. And everybody carries around a golf club or something with them. But when I made my canes, I made them hardy enough and thick enough and out of good stuff. So if you had to crack a coyote across the noggin to save your Jabot jeans, then you could. It'd help you get up that hill too if you needed it to. Honey badgers, exactly. You need sloth repellent. That's right. Twinkies and knives. I could go for some Twinkies and knives. For sure. Sloth repellent. I like it. Stuff probably works pretty good. Sell it by the boatload. None of my clients have seen a sloth before or after. That's how good it is. It's retroactive. This sloth repellent, a guarantee that you have never seen a sloth. And now, before I turned the camera on, I thought about this thing right here, and I did it. And this happens to be the proper, appropriate time and space for it. And that is to see if this will actually strop. Bad boy is humming. Just slow that down. Way more bouncy than I would want it to be. Let's see if I do it this way. Oh, that's going the wrong way. Tripping. Still a bit. I don't like that. Look at that bite. Boo. Hiss, hiss. Back to the hand stropping. Good old faithful. Move that out of my way. I think my ex kept one in the shower. Water bill was crazy. Kept a what? Oh, you talking about that tool. Look, look, look. Okay. Might have worked that part out. We got to do the other side, though. This side is a lot more awkward for me because I want to strop this way, not that way. But this is really the way that side can get it best. Okay. Let's see. Strap. Now, I've never tried this on a hardwood, so who knows if that'll even work. Oh, what? Are we cutting slivers? That's what we're doing right now. Hey, Ply, what's going on? The epoxy part, this was the sharpening session of our evening. The epoxy part was this stuff. I made an epoxy plywood and made a medallion pendant out of it. Eco says, am I gonna make a sheath for it? I think I have to. That's when you know your blade is sharp with a willing knife on wood. Yep. Appreciate that. But yeah, I am definitely gonna do that. I gotta figure out what leather smithing tools I'll need for that. I think I got basic stuff. I don't think I have anything dedicated to that, but I might be able to figure something out. But yeah, we got a sharp knife. Oh, we got to still strop all of these. So let's do that too. I'm acting like I got something better to do. And I don't. Start with Shorty Doo-Wop. You're going to get the burr on the back of that as well. And then the magic of the strop is, man, that thing is crazy shiny on the tip afterwards. Is that the paddle from school days? I wish it was. Did you know that my sister has the cane in her living room from House MD, from that TV series? She's got the cane. But she works in television. Hey, BK, how you doing? Thank you, baby kisses. I appreciate that. Ooh, how I love what the strop does. And y'all saw we cut a little bit of that wood with every one of these to check them out and make sure they were good, right? Let me just show you real quick. Real quick. Got a lot of confidence in this stropping. Okay. Hardwood. No problem. I can do that at whatever pace I want it. We'll go across the top of this. End grain. Hardwood end grain. We just slice them probably thinner than paper. Right through the pith. Right through it all. That's what the strop will do for you. On to the next one. The process for this stuff, it's not particularly complicated. But there are results. Somebody get the strap. That's right. Now BK is definitely a veteran in this field right here. She got a lot of good useful information in keeping these things sharp. Always good to have in a chat. some people with more expertise than you. Let's see if this is ready. Ready? I'm ready. Here we go. Right through the hardwood. Easy peasy. George and Wheezy. Probably should hit that a couple more times with the sharps. Put the hardwood on it, you know what I mean? We want these to be dry too when we go through the stropping. I'm gonna hit it each time. Now, I think I probably load mine up. I scraped it off a couple days ago, but I load this thing up pretty heavy. But I'm getting results, so I'm still gonna keep doing what I'm doing until I can figure out something better. Hey, Flossie, Brad, what does this should be hair shaving sharp? I don't do the hair shaving part. That's just a part of me that doesn't like the idea of that at all. However, I'm never shaving hair either. However, I'm always cutting hardwood. And if I've got some of that around, and I can run through that, pretty happy. I want to slice a little bit off of it. Pretty happy. Can I go across the end grain? Pretty happy. So, I ain't cutting no hair, because I ain't cutting no hair. Will it cut wood? Like a woodchuck. And y'all know Caleb can cut some wood. What in the wild, wild world of sports is going on here? Oh man, we're doing a sharp sesh here, getting our chisels shiny and pretty. So we can do some carving. And we're gonna see how this does. And this one is just a fave of mine. Just really always. She's beautiful. That's my girl there. Wonderful. All right, we'll get this out of our way. Yamp. No problem. Get that too. Yamp. Easy peasy, George Wheezy. Across the top, in grain and all. Paper thin see-through slices. That's them. That's those doggone Harbor Freight chisels. What in the heck is going on here? But what you're thinking backwards, the sharper the edge means it can penetrate wood better. Right. Sharpening and honing. Look at you. Just gone midnight here? What? Nice. We're getting some relaxation in. Man, I hear fire trucks and sirens outside. Hope everybody's all right. I love when I see that big blade get shiny on the tip. I love it. Try the paper test with the knife. Yeah, why not? Now, generally that's a better test, but I'll do the paper test since people like to see it. This paper's on the floor, it's wet, so may not do as good. And that's a really thin little sliver of paper. Roy's Timber Art Technique says probably need to take some of that compound off. I seen that knife you made in the short looking good. Thanks, Brad. Yeah, I took some of this compound off the other day, but it seems to be doing fine for now. This is that knife we did. Just sharpened it, and we stropped it as well. Did we do the paper test with the knife? I don't think we did. I don't think we did. We did the wood test. Let's see. Let's get us a new fresh sheet of that there paper. The West does it. Paper test. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Fantastic. Once again. Once again. Uh-oh. Once again. That one went so good. But it worked. And it works on the wood. Yikes. So I think we're good. We can slice paper with a buck knife. And all of these chisels are doing a fantastic job. Thank you, ladies. Mwah. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming out. Mwah. You too. Mwah. Thank you. You, mwah, Sylvia. Wonderful. Thank you for coming today. Christina, thank you. You're wonderful. And always Gloria, the sharpest of it more. Thank you. Wonderful. I do have to do a sheath for it now. I gotta learn leathersmithing. Every time I want to do something cool, I end up having to learn a new layer or something else cool. And I think the next layer is gonna be that some leather work. I can do that. I would be down for some leather work. I think I'm also down for some dinner too. Yeah, a nice heavy duty sheath would be good for that. Be a nice look too. Like, how else am I gonna even carry this thing around? It's a big knife. And you know, I ain't a small, you know what I'm saying? I'm a smaller frame guy, you know what I'm talking about? So yeah. Thank y'all for hanging out. Flossie, thanks for coming out here too. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down for now. I'm gonna grab something to eat, clean up this little workspace, and I'll see y'all the next time. It could be tonight, who knows? Till then, though, peace. Thanks for checking out my stuff. I can make a wood sheath. Yes. Not for this. Not for this. But I am going to make a knife that you can put the knife in a wooden sheath. That's called something. I'll figure it out. But I'm going to do that. I got to do a little research on it, make sure I do it right. Oh, that'd be a good idea. Baby kisses. With the magnet. Exactly. Y'all on the same page. Y'all on the same page. But I'm going to catch you next time. Peace. Like, subscribe, do all the stuff.